The Holiday Inn Express of Pittsburg has flexible meeting spaces, complimentary internet access, a free hot breakfast bar in the morning, and an indoor pool that the whole family will enjoy. Come book a room at the newest hotel in Pittsburg, the Holiday Inn Express.
Cathy, you guys struggled there in the first half from the floor, and they kind of exploited you a little bit in the paint early on, especially. What was the message at halftime from Coach Lord?
Just to pick up our defense. We had a lot of holes and they were finding them, but we know that we can always make adjustments during the game. And so the big focus was on defense, and we knew our shots would start falling. Obviously, we shot pretty bad the first half, but we know that we can pick it up, and our offense will come if we start getting stops to kind of feed off that. So it was more about defense.
And that kind of started happening there late in the third. You guys, I think, had 5 forced turnovers in the final 4 minutes or something. What ended up leading you guys scoring the last 6 points of the quarter? How big was that momentum-wise to get that shift defensively and kind of turn that over into the offensive end?
Yeah, that was huge. I think that was the big turning point in the game when we started playing with more energy. We kind of got down for a while, and then we know we can come back. We've come back from being down a lot, so we know we can. So the biggest thing was just playing with energy and trusting each other on defense. And once we got a couple stops, our energy picked up a lot, and we were just feeding off each other, and it took off from there.
And this is the first time this year you guys really had your backs against the wall in a game. You guys trailed in the second half, I think by as much as 12 points. What does a win like this do for you guys?
I think it builds a lot of character, especially we have a young team, and so wins like this are huge. A lot of games are going to be like this where we get down and we have to face adversity like that, and so it was really good to see out of a young team today. Paige was huge. She stepped up for us, came in playing point guard the whole game, and so it's good for players like that to come into these games and be able to build that character and toughness to come back in games like this.
Paige, Hayden went down early with the apparent ankle injury. You come into the game. What's going through your mind at that time?
Kind of just to make her proud. She always does that during practice. She always says, you're going to get your chance. Just keep up. You have to keep up. And she really shows me, how to do it. Especially on offense. She's awesome at offense. She teaches me so much. And then just everyone that I had to play with, the first 5, and they just helped me out a lot.
And then obviously you come out here and you have a solid game. What's the atmosphere like in the locker room for you, for Hayden, I guess, knowing that you guys are that close to where it's just going to be joyful in the room?
Hayden was so excited for me. After the game, she's always like that, no matter who it is. Even if she doesn't play, she's always the first one to say good job or get an awesome game. But halftime especially, everyone was kind of down, like Cathy said, the energy wasn't there. And then third quarter, we picked it up a lot, and we started hitting shots, and that helps a lot. And once we started hitting shots, I think the energy just picked up, and everyone, the bench, the crowd, everyone got into it. And once we finally came back and tied it, everyone was in it. It was awesome.
What was it like? One of you guys answer this, but to not only come back, you guys outscored them. We started in the second, and the third, and the fourth. They kept on coming back, but I think you guys put a little defense there at the end, and also hitting those free throws for you guys were huge, kind of kept you guys in the lead. I'll let Paige, you can answer first, but what's that like to be able to do that, especially against a team that's just beat Southern and was undefeated until they met you guys?
Coach Lord always says that, MIAA is the hardest conference around here. He always says that every game. It's a college game, like college basketball, anyone can come out, no matter who the team. No matter who you're playing, they can always come out. And Cathy said they didn't miss a free throw, and that's insane. That's awesome for them. But we kept up with our free throws too, and I think we really stepped up. Our post stepped up a lot. We got a bunch of rebounds. I think it really propels us. Even if we come back, like he said, it's our first time having our backs against the wall. First time with adversity. We just have to come back, and I think that kind of proves that we can. We haven't had to do it yet, but it shows that we can do it.
Cathy, what about you? What do you think was the biggest factor in today's win?
I think.
Besides you guys just owning it in the third and fourth period and driving everyone nuts. And
yeah.
The refs, of course, are riling people up as well. But what do you think is the biggest factor going into beating this undefeated team? And they look like a very well-stout team. They got a lot of good players on there.
Yeah, they're a great team. I think today it was our bench. When Hayden goes down, our starting point guard, and Paige comes in and fills her spot. Shelby came off the bench. She was huge. Maddie came off the bench. Was huge. So we have a lot of faith in every single person on our bench. And so when they come off, we don't drop off. We know that they're going to pick up right where whoever came out left off. And I think that's what's great about our team is we all believe in each other, and we know that no matter who comes in, they're going to do their job. And that's what makes it so much fun to play with this team.
How do you think this game made you guys better from before till after as a team? How do you think it made you? guys better?
Yeah, it definitely made us better. A game like this, to have that much adversity, be down by I think like 11 in the third quarter, and be able to come back and fight and do it together as a team is huge for us. I think that just helps us to grow closer together going forward. And we just know we have faith, and like I said, faith in everyone on the bench coming off. So
our guys really struggled most of the night shooting basketball, but we're able to just hang in there, and then have players step up. Paige Imhoff, career game. Our starting point guard goes down, and she just carries the load and was outstanding. And then timely shots by different players. Shelby Lopez, Cathy Brugman, Paige Imhoff, her only bucket was a big three. So all in all, it's just a great win for our young basketball team.
Coach, like you mentioned earlier, you guys struggled shooting from the floor in the first half. I think it was like 29%. And on the other side, they were shooting over 50%. But at the same time, you guys only trailed 5 points heading into the half. How big was that, knowing that you guys are still within reach?
That's what we talked about at halftime because, man, they were lights out. And they have some veteran players that can really play. The Mason girls and Soyberg, one of the top scorers in the league. And just a veteran team that knows how to play, and they can really shoot the basketball. Defensively, we should have gone to our trapping defense earlier, but on those ball screens, because they absolutely killed us in the first half. But that being said, at halftime, we were down 5, and we felt like we could play a lot better than we needed to.
And things really kind of seemed to click defensively there late in the third. You guys forced, I think, 5 turnovers in the last 4 minutes, kind of leading on the other end, the final 6 points of the quarter to get you guys the lead. How big was that defensively, getting to those stops and then turn that around on the offensive end as well?
It was huge. I mean, the trapping that we did there, we hadn't trapped all year on a ball screen, and we went to that because they were killing us in our regular, what we call goal defense, which is basically when a ball screen comes, we make them use the screen, then our post player helps for a second and gets back, and they were just torching us on that. So we went to our trap, and we just had our on the ball screen, because everything they do is off the ball screen. Mm-hmm. And then we started trapping, and that's where we got a few turnovers. And then I thought the basket by Shelby Lopez at the buzzer, to finally take a lead was huge for our psyche and their psyche.
And then, getting the lead's one thing. You guys ended up playing smart with it, never gave it back up, and ended up extending your lead there in the fourth quarter.
We did. We took care of the basketball. Another game with positive assist to turnover ratio. We want to be under 12 is our goal. I think we were at 10 or 11, weren't we?
11.
Played smart, like you said, with the basketball. Took care of it. Would have liked to shoot the free throws just a little bit better, but we made enough, and can't say enough about Paige Imhoff. And what a game.
Kind of jump off of that, you guys lose Hayden early in the first, or late in the first with a ankle injury. Paige comes in, really is the tone setter. I mean, she's out there leading your team in assists, scoring 18 points. How big is that to be able to have that depth off the bench to come in and produce just like that?
Well, she's really been pushing in practice. She played last year 3 or 4 minutes a game, but toward the end of the year, she was really improving. And then this year, she's come in and just really competed every day with Hayden and Michaela. They really go after it, and she's one of our best players, to tell you the truth, but we hadn't been starting her. And she's gaining confidence as she goes each day. And I think in practice, we talked about last game, but our second group beat our first group a couple times, and I think it really helped them all. Shelby and Maddie and Elaine, all those guys, and Paige, to get the confidence they need, because they're young players. They got to have that confidence. So.
And this is kind of the first time this season where you guys were actually tested. You guys trailed late, or in the second half. What does it say about your girls to be able to weather that kind of storm and then come back and get a win against a really good opponent?
That says a lot. I talked to Eddie Lomshak before the game and on the pregame show, and we haven't had a close game. We've been winning everything but 20 and 30, and we haven't been challenged. And we needed a close game to see how we're going to handle adversity and how we react to those situations. And we kept our cool, and we responded. And my big thing is PMP, players make plays, and we had some step up and make some.
Visiting Pittsburg in the near future? The Comfort Inn of Pittsburg is the place for you. Comfort Inn offers friendly customer service and a cozy, welcoming room. Wake up to a hot complimentary breakfast every morning, enjoy the indoor pool area year-round, and keep in touch with your friends and family with the high-speed internet. When staying at the Comfort Inn, you can feel at ease knowing your satisfaction is the most important thing.